I am just ready to cut ties from this man. I need a divorce. He is untrustworthy. He has proven to be untrustworthy in our relationship. He has broken our vows. He is manipulative, and he's just so unsupportive. It's ridiculous. I'm just ready to go.
Give me an example of any one of those things. Cheating, unsupportive.
Well, one example is we were on a vacation for my birthday, and one of his exes contacted him, and I replied and asked her why was she contacting him, and she sent a text message and told me that he was licking her toes and butt, and I have the proof. Here's the text messages right here. I think you should see that, Judge.
Mr. Ford, can you respond to that while I'm looking at it?
I wasn't licking no toes. But,
well, according to that.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like, Judge, that her and the girl's going back and forth, and the girl just said that to make her mad. Because I definitely.
Well, if you read it, Judge, I really wasn't going back and forth with her.
I'm reading. It's quite the text.
Yeah, I was just letting her know, hey, this man is married, and you should stop contacting him, and she thought that she should tell me what they were doing in the sexual form.
Let me ask you this. Is she... Let's assume. Let's just ignore this for a minute.
No, let's not ignore it. Let us read a little bit of it. It ain't nothing we ain't never heard. All right now, Miss Judge. All right now, Judge Toler. Can we get a little sneak peek? We can't see that. We can't read upside down like that. We need to...
Have you ever been unfaithful to Mrs. Ford?
Before we were married.
Before you were married, how often?
Often.
Not so. I mean, I cheated, here and there.
Can I ask you a question, Mr. Ford?
Yes.
Turn around, take a look to your right. Do you see that?
I do.
What you doing cheating on her at all?
The consequences of doing.
I don't like that. I'm glad it paused because we need to address that. I ain't like the way it started twitching like that. I ain't like that.
What you doing cheating on her at all?
So I might as well just, I'm telling you, like, literally had to deal with the consequences. Everything.
Yeah.
If she make it up in her head, it's law. It's nothing. It's nobody's right.
Normally, if I
but
make
her.
it up in my head, it's the truth.
You see?
Tell me why you say she's irrational.
So this one time, right? She's basically kicking me out the house for. Oh,
cheating.
She's kicking me. No, she's kicking me out the house because. Long story short, I was texting my friend.
Right.
We riding in the car together. I'm texting my homie. She like, and I laugh. I just. She's like, who's that? I'm like, it's my friend. And I tell her his name. Like, it's my homie such and such. She like, well, what'd he say? I'm like, can I have any type of privacy? She like, you don't have no privacy. Matter of fact, if you want privacy, get out my house. Then when we go home, you pack your stuff.
This group text with this friend that he's talking about, I found messages in that group text of naked women in their group chat.
I ain't got nothing to do with that.
So
to the group.
clearly, I'm gonna ask you what y'all talking about.
What y'all talking about if you send a naked picture?
No, but she didn't even see that till after this.
Okay.
Anyway.
No. So anyway, you got home, what happened?
I get home. So she like, yeah, you could get your stuff. I'm like, all right. So, mind you, I got some younger family members in the car. So I tell her, like, she like, give me the key. I'm like, all right, I'll give you the key. I'm gonna come back and get my stuff, then I'll give you the key. She like, no, you give me my key now. I'm like, Asia, I'll give you the key when I get back.
That's his way of controlling the situation.
So I go out the front door, right? I get in the car, I got my head down. All of a sudden, a shadow comes over the front of the car. I look up. She got the Louisville Slugger.
Get out of here.
He's exaggerating, Lord.
What
Judge, he's exaggerating.
Well, did you have a bat?
I did. I did have a bat.
Well,
I did.
And what did you do with said bat?
I hit the window.
No.
Times.
But
while I was in it, though, glass could have just shattered
it
all
was
over my
a lot
face.
more to that story than what he...
Well, you tell me the rest of it.
Yeah.
Before we know, it's never cool, bro. It's never cool. It's not, in my opinion, it's just not cool, bro. When you get to the part where you gotta start damaging them or their property, bro, just go ahead and dip. At that point in time, it's over. But I can't say I get it, but man, they've been messing with each other for 20 years. They didn't. 20 years, bro.
Yeah, well, at the end of the day, he took the keys to the house, mind you. He only didn't want to give the keys back because he feels like if he can get away from me for a while, whatever he did will go away. You know what I mean? Even if it's
That you'll
cheating,
get over
and I'll
it.
get over it, and he'll come back home, and everything will just be perfectly fine. So this particular day, I asked for the keys. He kept saying he would give them to me later. He would give them to me later. He took something of mine personally and ran and got in his car. So I took the bat and busted his window. You're not gonna take my personal property and my keys and then come back later like everything is okay. I'm tired of that mess.
So during the 2 years of marriage, how often have you booted him from the home?
Maybe 6 or 7 times.
6 or 7 times.
He's cheated
Told
6
him
or
to
7
pack
times.
up his stuff, and you know what? You know what we ought to do, Nick? We ought to invent fight and go, which is just like a thing
But-
that a guy can keep with all his essentials in it. Whenever you have a
But
fight,
listen, Judge,
you can just
when I
on
say
the way
get
out, you can
I
just
don't
go.
really like want him to go. Yeah, he needs that. That's what he needs. You know, because in certain situations when it's all the emotions is high, I just want him to leave.
Go get out of the
not
situation.
leave the whole situation. But when I ask you to leave the situation, you want to take the keys.
Listen, she say get out, right?
Right.
Now she's so controlling. She want me to stay at my mama house for real. She want me to go somewhere where I, you know, like where I'm.
We got eyes on you.
So one of the times she kicked me out, probably like the 5th, I go stay with my homie. Don't you know this girl came to his house? She come knocks on the door. It's one of those doors with the glass in there, and then you know you got the lock is obvious on the inside. Man, if I'm lying, I'm flying.
You're
Breaks
lying.
the window, opens
That's
the
a
door,
lie. That
comes
is a
up
total
with
lie,
another
Judge.
foreign object.
He should be flying right now. I'm telling you.
My friend like,
He
yo,
should-
please
he should
stop,
have
this
some
my
wings.
house.
He should lift off.
He should have wings.
He should
That is
lift
not
off.
to
He
He didn't
happen.
come to his
What,
house.
what do you say happened?
He came to our house,
Huh?
say 2-something in the morning that day, intoxicated. I
Me?
went through one of his phones, and some girl said, "Hey, you forgot about me, boo?" So I woke him up and said, "What the heck is this?" You know, and we had an argument about it. He left and went to his friend's house. I followed him over there. He seen me coming, so he hurried up and ran in there and locked the door. So
What'd
when
you
I
do?
knocked on the door, he opened it, cracked it, so I couldn't get in, and I pushed my
Through
way
the
in
glass.
the door.
You pushed your
now,
way
mind
in.
you, I wasn't like, "Psh, let's break the glass." I just
was.
kind of pushed the door, and my elbow went through the door. It wasn't like I was. up
So
there
it was
like,
an
"How did you
accidental
do that?"
break-in
Yeah,
as
yeah.
opposed
It was
to
not-
a
yeah, I didn't punch
conscious
the
punch
window.
through.
No, he is lying.
yeah.
You should be flying,
What?
Judge. There's other things than cheating as well, you know.
Well, what
Being
is he-
supportive in certain situations. Like I have a daughter that passed away, you know, so
I'm
her
so
birthday
sorry.
and her death day comes around twice a year, you know. When her birthday comes around, he's normally nowhere to be found. Like her birthday was just yesterday, and he left and didn't come home until like 2-something in the morning. Like, he don't support me when it comes to my children that's not together with him. You know, like if we having a hard decision on something, like one of my kids is older, and you know she's to the age to where she's going through teenage
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
And
it
it's
gets
hard.
at that point.
It's
you know?
hard,
And
yes.
I'd be needing my partner to be support for me. And he's just not that support. I don't know if it's because he didn't really have that support growing up, or he didn't really have a mom and dad, husband and wife in his household that he knew how to be supportive, but he's not supportive. And it's like weighing on me, you know, especially with the incident with my daughter. Like, that's a piece of my heart, you know. So I really do be needing him, like, just to be there, not even to say nothing if he don't have nothing to say.
Yeah, that's the thing that never really heals up on you. I mean, you're dying in the wrong order. Mr. Ford, are you less than all the man you need to be when it comes to, let's just start with her daughter that died. Are you less than supportive and loving when she needs you the most?
Wasn't I there to go sing happy birthday, let the balloons off? Like this is one thing she doesn't understand.
I cook, clean, I take care of all 5 of our children. I make sure he got things he need for work. I make sure the bills are, you know, organized. I make sure our budget is right. I do so much for this man, and he is so unappreciative of me. Like
So
I said,
what do I
he's
do?
unsupportive.
Mr. Ford, what do you do?
Man,
Right.
everything. I pay
Tell me,
bills.
listen.
I cater. Yo, her birthday is like, man, her birthday is like a
National holiday?
How you know I was about to say? It's like a national holiday.
It's a common phrase. Yeah,
Yeah,
go ahead.
See,
swear to God.
Tori's thing is if he takes me places and gives me things, it makes up for all the bull crap that he does. That's not okay.
Well, don't.
My husband
It's like,
should be able
no.
to take me places
No, it
and
doesn't.
give me
Okay.
things
No.
because he loves me and because he genuinely wants to do that, not because he's making up for something that he did
No,
wrong.
that's why I do it.
I got to. Hang on, Mrs. Ford. Hang on.
Listen, I'm
Mr. Ford, you tell me what it is you say you provide to the relationship.
Man, for one, I think I'm a great father to all our kids. I mean, if you ask them, they'll probably say the same. I'm always supportive of her. Like, she's just, nothing can make her happy. Like, she's irrational, irate. She's just one of those mean-spirited people. Like sometimes I just don't want to be around her. Man, the next morning, I forgot what I was doing. I think I was cleaning up. Tape recorder. She done planted a recorder in my apartment. Like,
Give me another example of irrational.
How about this one? So we're going, call ourselves going through it. She comes over my house 6 in the morning with our newborn at the time. She was probably like 5, 6 months, however.
I never came at your house at 6
Yeah,
in the morning.
it was like 6 in the morning.
You're lying.
I open the door, like I could barely see. I'm like, huh? She just set the car seat in there. Boom.
Because
take your
she
daughter,
wouldn't
I'm
pay for
gone.
daycare.
Hang on.
Take your daughter, I'm gone. Left. I'm like, what are you doing? She was like, you take care of her. Da-da-da-da-da. Like, you keep her. I'm like, man, it's too early. So I get the baby together. Listen, I leave, right? Me and the baby go somewhere, probably get breakfast, whatever the case. Man, I come back, all the baby stuff out the room at the other house is on my porch. I'm talking about strollers, diaper
Judge,
bags,
that's a lie.
whole playpens, the crib, like all of it just all piled up on the porch. Like, this is how her way of.
Like she delivered all of the baby stuff to you because you keep the baby.
She kicked me out, right, and then got mad. I said, if you kick me out one more time, I'm getting an apartment. I'm not about to keep sleeping on nobody's
Judge, he's
couch.
lying.
I get an apartment. Oh, man, this girl went oh, you got an apartment?
It was a secret for 3 months. A secret
Because I was
apartment.
hiding, because she crazy.
I was hiding because she was
listen,
crazy.
Man, the next morning, I forgot what I was doing. I think I was cleaning up. Tape recorder. She done planted a recorder in my apartment. I swear for
In
God.
your apartment. If
I
he
swear.
married to me while he got an apartment, it's my apartment too. So, yes, I did. I did put a tape recorder in his house. Because for one,
But
it was
why?
a secret apartment. I knew nothing about it. All his family knew
Man, she
about this
spent more
apartment.
time trying to figure
Everybody,
out
he did
what I'm
not
doing
tell me he
wrong.
was going to get an apartment. We would have been divorced. But I do want to touch on the whole baby thing.
Go right ahead.
That's some bull crap. He should not even said that because
What?
for one, I've never dropped my daughter off unannounced ever. At 6 o'clock in the morning, that ain't even true. I'm not up at 6 o'clock
All right,
in
it
the
was
morning.
7.
I work 10:30 to 7, so I dropped her off probably about 10 o'clock.
I asked
He
you why
knew
you
I was dropping
so
her
early.
off because he failed to pay child care. Now, he can go to work and, whatever, but I better figure it out. That's not fair. I work too. And I take care of the house, and I take care of the kids. So the least you can do is pay child care for our infant child. That week you did not pay, and that's why you got her.
Hey, but hang on,
tried to give her the money right here.
Mr.
Take
Ford.
the money.
Mr. Ford, I'm gonna help you out a little bit, okay? Hang on. I'm gonna help you out a little bit. He dropped the ball 1 week.
More than 1 week, Judge.
The cheating is another thing altogether. We talk about that later.
He didn't
But
pay to
he
hurt me.
dropped the ball on support, so you
He
just
wanted
drop
me
all
to lose
the
my
stuff
job,
off.
so I would have to depend on him.
Yeah, dropped it all
That's
off.
why he didn't pay.
Huh?
It wasn't he didn't pay the support because he didn't have, the child care because he didn't have the money. He didn't pay because he wanted me to have a hard time
I
because
tried to give
I
you
had
the
to go to
money.
work. He's gonna go to work every morning. He ain't gonna care if I got a daycare for her or not. That had nothing to do with his cheating. I brought her over
lying.
there
I
because
tried
that's
to give
not
her the
fair.
money, though.
We both know he didn't.
Yes, I did. I
Judge,
said,
I
here,
promise
here,
you.
go
He had
get
did
it.
that stuff 2 weeks in a row, and I got fed up, and I brought her over, and I said, if you're not gonna pay for daycare, you're gonna watch her.
You just said I did it 1 week.
I said there was 2
Man.
weeks in a row.
I can't win with it. Listen.
Yeah, well, it's good that this is over.
Yes.
You know?
Listen.
It's good that this is
Yeah.
over.
20 years down the drain.
Down the drain.
I disagree. And respectfully, Judge, thank you for allowing me to use this content, but I disagree. Listen, this is how I feel about it. It's good that it is over because you don't want them to keep going on and then it escalate and then something happen that neither one of them can come back from. Not to say elimination, but who knows? Who knows? We don't know how far it can go and we don't want it to get there. That's why I feel like it's good that they do knock it off. But it's bad that they knock it off because at the end of the day, they got, I think they said, I don't know how many kids. She got 5 in total. So it's 5 kids, regardless if they're their kids or not. You've been there the whole time. You, whatever. All right, fine, cool. That's a whole different topic. Like, that's a whole different thing. So I feel like it's good that they got out of it for them, but for the kids and all of that, and even the family, you got to think about it. Like, if y'all was in a real legit relationship for 20 years, she done been over to a couple Thanksgiving. She done forgot her birthday. I call your mother Ma, all of this other stuff. Like, that's going to drop a bomb on everybody. 20 years is deep. That's deep.
Drain.
Well, let's not say down the drain. You
I
got
say
a
down the
beautiful baby out of
She
it.
is beautiful.
She's probably gorgeous as all get out.
She
You're
is.
two very good-looking people. You did have some good times. You did have
Yeah,
some
one
good
point.
years.
Nah, she don't remember that.
I do.
Well, I'm trying to help her.
I appreciate it, but
You know, you did have some, and you're always going to be the parents of that beautiful baby.
Facts.
And I hope that that baby has parents that love her more than they hate each other. That's all I'm asking for right now. You know,
Me
that's
too.
all I'm asking for right now. You want $2,000 from Mr. Ford as you toddle off into the sunset. Why don't you tell me why I should award you $2,000?
Because, Judge, actually, I moved to Pennsylvania from Michigan, where I'm from, and I inquired, I paid at least $2,500 for that move. I feel like, you know, if I want to move back, I should have enough money to do that. And I wouldn't even be breaking even, literally, with $2,000. It costs $600 just for the U-Haul. I would have to have a place and, you know, first and security deposit, rent. At the end of the day, I'm not happy in Pennsylvania. That's where his family is. I moved there to be with him.
So
I moved
you're
there
in
to-
Pennsylvania right now with him?
Yeah.
You need to move to
I wanna move
someplace
home.
else.
I want to move back to Michigan.
And you want to move back to Michigan?
actually, but before we, like, she's just making it like I'm just this man. Everything I've done, she's done. She's a super get back person. So I just want to know one thing. After you say
ain't
I did
recording
this,
him.
and
Hang
did
on,
that,
hang on.
After you say I did this, did that, then you go do it. Far as I'm concerned, we even now. So all this stuff she's saying, like, she's a cheater too. She disappeared a couple times, quite a couple times.
Did you?
Oh, I found text messages.
Did you roll off
If
on
it
it?
was a disappear, I was at the casino or
What?
doing
Oh,
something
that's
like
using
that.
my excuse.
Just
Lord.
blowing off some steam. He's a manipulator. He wants me to be the same cheater that he is.
No,
and it's
she's
not
the
happening.
worst cheater.
How much money do you make monthly?
Monthly, I make roughly $2,500.
25. How much you make monthly?
It's probably about that.
He
She'll
make
be
a little
better
less
for
than me.
He makes a little
He
less
make a
than
little
you?
less than me.
Is he paying child support? Or you still
No.
in the same house?
We still in the same house. He won't. Only thing he does, we're supposed to do, is pay daycare.
How
And
much is
I said,
daycare?
What about everything
$75
else?
a week, Judge.
Judge, I bought this. Listen, I bought this woman a
75. I
house. She
found
wanted
the
to
best
move in.
daycare in the city.
Did he buy you a
$75.
house to move into?
Huh?
Huh?
Did he buy me a house? He bought a house in secrecy, Judge.
Oh, now it's secrecy. See, you can't.
He
win
went and
here,
bought this
Judge.
house behind my back, right?
No, Judge, what happened was
Then
we were
brought the house to
searching
me and
together.
said,
She wanted
"Can I
to
talk?"
break up. I
Okay, well, you
continued.
go ahead.
This girl done had me go. She talking about, oh, pay for daycare, pay for this. She done had me put this master suite in the attic, $10,000 job. Man, you are crazy. You are crazy.
Judge, when he
All
bought
the
that
stuff I
house, our
don't
baby
do.
was not even born yet. But he just said that I had the baby. Like,
The situation is crazy. I know that. I ain't gonna call either one of you crazy. I'm just gonna say the situation is crazy. Situation is so crazy. I don't have enough information to make a award of any kind of money. All I'm asking you to do is to love that baby more than you hate one another. That's all I'm asking you to do. Mrs. Ford, you are absolutely gorgeous. Please put a period on whatever pain he's caused you so you can live the rest of your life in joy and in happiness. Don't bring the suspicion and whatever you had with him into your next relationship, because you're going to have one soon. Mr. Ford, always remain loving to your child. I want you to go forward happy and again, not suffer from the tremors, because she's thrown a couple bombs at you. I don't want you to bring that into your next relationship. I want you to be calm and happy and relaxed as well. We're gonna put a period on this crazy, and we're gonna move forward, and we're gonna make that little girl the happiest little girl there is. You know what I'm saying?
I like
He
the
paid for daycare.
motivation.
God love you both. There will be no recovery in this matter. It is so